Hi there, Loy Machedo. Speaking to you from LoyMachedo.com. Who's Loy Machedo and Think Personal Branding? All right, in today's edition, you have news that impacts expats all over the world. You also have quite a number of articles in relation to UAE, the scams, the problems, the issues it's having with other countries. Also, will UAE become bankrupt? I also managed to get quite a number of messages from people about this expatriate who got deported from UAE, but I actually managed to get his Facebook account and the message that he had put. So that I'll be sharing with you. And finally, stuff that, viewers have sent me from UAE. Last, if not the least, I'm going to give you a controversial opinion about the Christchurch shooting. Something that you'd be surprised. Maybe you'll get angry, but then again, you know me, I say what I have to say. Let's move on. Once again, if you want the timestamp, check the description below. You'll get the timestamp to go to any particular video. And if you want to make the video a little fast so that you can listen more, there is the option on YouTube. So let's move on. The first one is, I just thought I'd address this before anything else. I got, a couple of readers have been telling me, Loy, how about mentioning the various job updates that you're helping other people get jobs? See, I get quite a number of CVs. I have clients that I'm dealing with. However, not everyone is very comfortable with me sharing their update. Okay, this person got the job in this company. Many of them, almost all of them, want to remain anonymous. But then there are some who request, please do not share the fact that I got a job. I prefer remaining anonymous. And I don't want to keep repeating every video by saying I helped one person get a job or made the resume. If there is something really worthwhile sharing, then I'll tell you that this is the job update. Otherwise, I just don't want to keep repeating old news. So I just thought I'd get that out of the way. Now, moving on to the news. The first one is this article by Economic Times, which says that Indians are being sent back from the United States. You know, many expatriates, especially Indians, they're very good at IT. So they move on to the US and they get this H-1B visa. But ever since Donald Trump came into power, life for expatriates has become very hard, especially immigrants. Now, the H-1B visa, once you get that, it becomes easy for you to work in the United States for 3 years and you can renew it for another 3 years. You can correct me if I'm wrong. I'm giving you the information that I know from people as well as what I've read. However, it seems after Donald Trump came into power, they made it very hard. Cognizant has had 3,548 rejections. Infosys, 2,042, Tata Consultancy, 1,744. And out of all the techies that are there, 2.2 million are Indians. And it seems they're facing a lot of problems for getting these visas extended. Many of them are hoping to get a green card and finally become US citizens. But it seems Donald Trump wants more of American citizens who are actually Americans to be provided the opportunities and to keep removing these expatriates who are there. So, it's proving to be tough for so many of Indians, Pakistanis, Bangladeshis, Sri Lankans. And that is where their own country now, people are trying to see if they can make something. The next one is an artist was charged with child molestation. He sought permission from a US judge because it seems, obviously when you're in front of the judge in the court, you cannot tell lies. You have to say it exactly as it is. That is why 50 Cent, he told the truth when he said on Instagram, I always show fake cash, even though he became a laughing stock. So R. Kelly, who has been currently having sexual allegations against small children, so what he said to the judge is he has to meet and perform for members of the royal family. He didn't state the name or they didn't want to print it. And the reason for this, why he's taking permission to perform in Dubai is because he has children to support and he has to pay child support. And right now he's going through a real tough financial time. The next one is, this one is from InsideArabia.com. It's a rather lengthy report about money laundering. I spoke about this in my previous video, but this one is the Center for Advanced Defense Studies, C4ADS. It released a report stating the title of the report is Sandcastles, Tracing Sanctions evasion through Dubai's luxury real estate market. What it states in this article in a nutshell is, money launderers, kleptocrats, drug dealers, robbers, terrorist groups, what they do is when they have illegal or black money, it's pretty risky for them to keep it in their country. They can't just put it in a bank because obviously questions will be asked, where did you get this money from? And then, in European countries, just as they froze the assets of Venezuela, they don't want all their money to be locked. And neither they want 110 questions asking them receipts, where did you get it from? So for them, it's very, very easy. Just come down to the Middle East, especially Dubai. You can open up a company for $5,000 and immediately you can buy property, you can buy products. Nobody's going to question you. So in this report, it seems they have given 7 specific names. Some of the names are like Rami Makhlouf, who's the cousin of the Syrian President Bashar al-Assad, one of the richest men in Syria, the Lebanese brothers Kamal and Issam Amhaz, who provides equipment, it seems, for Hezbollah operations, Eduardo Figueroa Gomez, he is a narcotics trafficker for Mexican cartels, and then the Altaf Kanani money laundering organization, which has around 14 to 16 billion, which is used to support terrorist organizations, drug cartels, and crime groups. Now, all these names, that I gave you, they are in the wanted list or blacklist or whatever, in the baddie guy list of United States. However, they have properties, properties which people know about and which are kept hidden from the public view. It seems around collectively 44 properties among these 7 individuals worth $28.2 million US, and another 37 through their networks worth $78.8 million. Now, what has been happening is UAE has been put in the spotlight, especially after Transparency International said that UAE is one of the most corrupt countries in the world. The score is 70 out of 100. The higher the score, the more bad the country. And US is saying that, you should not allow all this to happen here. But here's my thinking, okay? Here's my thinking. You are saying that UAE is 70 out of 100 in terms of the corruption. But United States is 71 out of 100. So what I say is, United States, how about cleaning your own fucking house? How about setting your house in order? How about blacklisting all the bad guys? How about, breaking off relationship with Saudi? How about freezing all their assets? How about punishing groups that you are keeping quiet, but you're not doing anything? Even Donald Trump, he doesn't have a very clean record, but nobody's looking at all that. So how dare you police the whole world when you yourself are corrupt? There's so much of corruption and there are so many bad things that are happening in your own fucking country. In fact, I think one of the most sensible points that was put was by Radha Sterling, who's a lawyer, and she runs this website, Detained in Dubai. What she said is, okay, these steps that UAE is taking, that having this anti-money laundering law, foreign investment law, is actually a PR stunt or public relations effort to look good in front of the European Union. I personally say that, EU or whether it's US, none of them have a clean slate. So why the fuck are you focusing on UAE? And I don't think UAE is going to do anything, because if I was UAE, I would simply say that, okay, fine. You are telling me have a clean slate. Remove all these guys who are investing money. They are not doing anything wrong. They're not supplying drugs in our country. They're not supplying arms. They're not doing anything illegal. They're just quiet. They bring their money. They invest in our country. They're good guys. So you want me to throw all of them out, but then you're not helping me. You're not going to solve my problem. You're not going to help the economy. I have a $20 billion loan. My country is on the verge of collapse. That is none of your fucking problem. But you just want to lecture me on be good, have human rights, be good in the human rights list, be good in this money laundering, come out of that. You fix your fucking house. That is what I would say if I was UAE. So I just find this report totally fucked up. Okay, this is just bad publicity for the UAE. Look, when UAE is wrong, I say UAE is wrong. But where, people are playing fucking games, I'm sorry, I don't just bash up a country or person just for the sake of doing that. I give you a very simple logic. Tell me if I'm wrong. The next one, this one almost everyone sent me. The $1 million scam in UAE. It seems expatriates, they lost millions of dirhams because they invested in this company, what is Arabian Times Travel and Tourism LLC. Now, the thing that really baffles me is they set up kiosks in UAE malls. They had brochures and pamphlets, and they were busy doing the advertising. Nobody questioned them. But when they got discovered, they just vanished. Now, you can complain, you can make a big noise. Nobody gives a fuck. The Department of, the Department of Commerce or whatever of UAE, they don't give a flying fuck because it's very simple. They didn't lose any money. The Emiratis are not affected. You're fucking expats. You put fucking money. You didn't use your fucking brains. You lost your money. Boo-hoo-hoo. If you want, take these people to court. But then again, you're going to lose much more money by booking a lawyer, booking sessions in the court, and nothing is going to happen. So for me, I look at it as these are idiots to believe, oh, I can get a lifetime fucking membership if I pay X amount of money. Listen, stop believing in all these fantasy tales. And here's the thing. People, they have so much money for lifetime holidays and lifetime bookings and all that. That means that was excess cash. And you lost excess cash for having a good time. So stop fucking complaining. If you're really poor and you're dying and, okay, fine. So you made a mistake. Don't fucking do it again. I would just say that. This one is from Reuters. Qatar, is just persistent about making sure UAE gets crucified. Now, Qatar has called on the International Atomic Energy Agency, IAEA, to intervene over the $24 billion nuclear power plant which UAE is building. Now, UAE is building this power plant in collaboration with the Korean electric power company, that is KEPCO. But it seems that they're having problems and they have been delaying it because there are not enough staff to train, not enough Emiratis. In fact, I know one of my friends who was actually working there. Don't want to give much details about him, but they are very strict. They follow protocol. They check your background. They are really, stringent if you want to work for the nuclear power plant. So it seems that they're not getting enough staff. Nobody's sticking around for too long and they have been having delays. So Qatar is saying that this power plant possesses a serious threat because if in case there is a accident or something happens, or let's say someone takes some revenge attack, this power plant will leak radioactive waste, which can actually reach Doha within 5 to 13 hours, destroy the region's water supply, and completely destroy the country. So Qatar has called for UAE to shut down. Personally, I just ask myself, UAE, you don't have fucking money to pay your fucking loans, to sort out your shit. Why the fuck are you moving into this power plant crap? Because then you'll have to spend another billions, which you'll have to borrow. And anyway, you're just living your life on borrowed money. The next one is fake news, courtesy Arabian Business. Gulf News has lately been putting fucking news, which is fake. Oh, this guy earns what, $230,000 or $200,000 or $100,000 every fucking month, sitting with his laptop, doing nothing. And he has an e-commerce store. That is fucking fake. He's an internet guru who puts fake fucking shit up there. There's no way to verify this. And then they had another report where he's advertising to have an assistant work for him. He'll pay you solid money. He'll take you 5-star hotels. What I look at it as, he's looking for 50 Shades of Grey, to have a girl who he can fuck at the same time enjoy and then dump. Okay, that's all fucking fake news. So Arabian Business is also moving into this bandwagon. Emaar says Dubai villa sales have jumped 90% to $2.1 billion. Wow, wow, beautiful. Nowhere in the world they are having 90% increase in sales. Only Emaar, only in Dubai, they are having $2.1 billion sales. I can assure you, I can challenge you. $2.1 billion, they didn't get the cash in hand. That's number one. Second one is the sales that they are talking about is you pay me the minimum deposit, $1,000. Just pay me some money, deposit money, and this villa is considered sold. So you pay $1,000, and if the villa is like 1 million, oh, we have sold 1 million worth of villa. So that's what they're doing. They have not got 2.1 billion US dollars. This 90% sale is just take key money or little money and then just brag about it. It's total fucking fake news. And Emaar Property said revenue sales have jumped 90% since last year to 7.84 billion. Who the fuck is paying you money? Underworld? Fucking nonsense. Okay. Next one is, this report is kind of, it really makes you think. Mintpressnews.com. It says that Saudi could run out of cash in less than 5 years if the price of oil stays at $50 a barrel. Because of the expenses to run the country, it seems Saudi, in order to survive, needs the oil prices to sell at $105 a barrel, Kuwait $49, Qatar $56, and UAE $73. But if it sticks at $50, then it's going to destabilize the region, and the ones who are going to really suffer are Saudi and UAE. Okay. The next one is Khaleej Times spoke about Jet Airways having more problems. And it seems the crisis is going back to us because now passengers are angry. They want their refund. Pilots are going on strike. There are unpaid salaries, which is pretty shocking. They have grounded the staff, advanced booking. They don't know what to do. They have to issue refunds. And I just found out that they have a debt of $1 billion. So Jet Airways is gone to the dogs and it's finished. So that's another one. Now, this one was from Gulf News that reported that an Indian man got deported from UAE. He was an employee for Transguard Group. And people were saying, okay, this guy got, kicked out for celebrating the terror attacks in New Zealand. So the thing was, nobody actually saw the post. And I was pretty curious, wondering what was the post all about. I finally managed to get it from indiatoday.in. It seems that he created this fake Facebook profile with the name Roni Singh. And, I'll share with you the screenshot. Now, obviously, it's written in Hindi, so I don't want to read it because this is not something that you make fun of or take lightly. But in English, what it translates to is the martyrs of Pulwama would be happy today. May God ensure that the attacks like the one in Christchurch happen every Friday prayer. It should happen even in India, the dubious community. So I'm glad this son of a bitch got sent back to the fucking zoo that he came from. Let him get fucked in the ass and now let him search for a job. I wish he gets named and shamed, and any company that employs him also gets named and shamed. Okay. Now, the next one that I'm going to share with you is going to be rather controversial. I'm pretty sure you'll have strong views, but listen to my part of the argument and then you give me your part, your logical part of the argument. Please feel free to say whatever you like in the comments. I never censor anyone's views. Okay, now, this Christchurch shooting that has been going on. Okay, fine. Ever since it came, even I was pretty upset. I put up a video and I shared my thoughts about it. Okay, but then, news outlets just kept putting news after news after news. Okay, the biker gang is supporting them. Then people are holding hands. Then school children did the haka. Then this community did the haka. Then other people are wearing scarves. Then people are protecting the Muslim worshippers. Then the Muslim worshippers are praying in the park. Then they are going to bury the dead. Then the New Zealand government banned these guns. Okay. Then the New Zealand Prime Minister, okay, she is, she is supporting all of them. Okay, fine. So this went on and on and on. But at some point, I feel that now it's like, stop it. Fucking stop it. This is becoming fucking nuisance. And where it reached the boiling point was, okay, guys in my group, there are Muslims and all that. They are sending these. But then every fucking day you keep sending, share this, forward this. And one guy actually sent the 50 people who died or 49 people who died. individual photographs, individual names. And he kept sending post after post after post. I mean, it just scrolling. I got around 300 fucking messages in a group just within a matter of few minutes. I was like, I immediately sent him a message. I said, I understand your intent, but stop the fucking spam, okay? Stop it. So the point I'm trying to tell you is, I think this image that I'm going to show you just says it all, okay? Don't get me wrong. I'm not trying to justify what is happening. The focus on the media is so much on Christchurch, so much. And why they are doing it? They are not doing it because all of a sudden they are in love with the Muslims. They are not doing it because they love Islam. They are doing it for fucking eyeball views. They are doing it to get advertising revenue. So they can show, we get 10 million views. This post is going viral. So why don't you advertise? Because they know that, you know, if you see this image, the terrorism news about Islamic bombing and all that, that also gives them plenty of views. Why do you think that they keep saying Islamic terrorists, but they never say Christian terrorists? They never say Jain terrorists or Hindu terrorists or let's say Mormon or terrorist from Scientology or an atheist terrorist. No, they'll always say Islamic terrorists because this gets more clicks. So the point which I'm trying to say, there are so many other things. Just stop it. And okay, fine, this prime minister is doing all these things. She's also a fucking politician. Now, here's the thing. If you're going to lecture me about Islam and all that, let me give you a couple of facts. This woman, okay, in fact, let me tell you, there was this screenshot which Sheikh Mohammed put on his post, putting this lady hugging and they're talking about peace. I put a nice little comment there. It's good to know that at least a Christian can show the world what a religion of peace is really like. And yes, I was being a little bit of a troll then. But here is what I challenge you. I challenge you on this. Okay, hear this. She was a Christian. She is right now an agnostic. She supports gay rights. She is a proponent of LGBTQ privileges. She has had a kid out of wedlock. Okay, this is her real life. Check Wikipedia. Now, my question to you is this. Had she been born in Iran, Afghanistan, Saudi, Pakistan, Malaysia, do you seriously think that being an agnostic who says, I don't believe in God, who says, oh, I have a child, I'm not married, but I have a child. Oh, I support gay rights. In Iran, if you're gay, they would either hang you or throw you off the fucking cliff. Afghanistan, they'll just shoot you dead. Saudi, they'll fucking behead you. Pakistan, they'll, either put acid on your face or they will just, drag you out and fucking kill you. Now, this is as per Islam and Sharia law. She would be fucking stoned to death. Okay? UAE, Sheikh Mohammed is putting a photograph. Hey, very good. How would you like? Okay, I challenge you. Why don't you go to UAE and say you're an agnostic? You support LGBT rights. Do you think that she was going to be respected there? No. And if she had a child out of wedlock in UAE, do you think Sheikh Mohammed would praise her? No. She would be fucking jailed. And luckily, she has a white passport, so she would be deported because, they want to keep good relation with the white community, the white passports. But if she was Indian, Pakistani, Bangladeshi or Sri Lankan, she would be fucking jailed. Baby would be taken away from her and then she would be deported. Baby would be taken to a Muslim orphanage and given to some Muslim couple. Okay? And kept as a Muslim child. Now, how many Muslim countries do you think would change its laws? Exactly how New Zealand changed its laws. How many Muslim countries do you think would pray with the Christians, pray with the Hindus? How many? So, please don't fucking lecture me about, oh, Lloyd, this is not good and this is all. In fact, I got two messages. One was from this great genius, Ilal J. Jr., who says, who killed 1 million Iraqis, sir? Is USA a Muslim country? Okay. My response to you, my dear friend, is Charlie Hebdo, the French journalist and artist who had just do a cartoon. They did for Christians, no problem. They did for Hindus, no problem. They did for politicians, no problem. The minute they did for one prophet, they got shot dead. Which religion did they come from, my dear friend? Oh, by the way, ISIS, the followers belong to which religion? Which religion do they follow? Let me think. 9/11, they were followers of which religion? Which religion? Oh, by the way, Pakistan's acid attacks towards girls when they reject a man, those are from which religion? By the way, Afghanistan, where 50-year-old men marry small girls of 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, whatever. Which religion do they belong? Christian or Hindu or Buddhist or Jain? By the way, Syria, you have honor killings. If your sister or someone, you feel she's dating another guy, you kill and you get great honor. Which religion do they belong to? And African murders that are happening. You know, throwing men on video, throwing men who are gay, hanging them. Which religion do they belong to? Oh, I'm pretty sure. Lloyd, that's not all Muslims. That's not all this. Oh, so you cherry pick. Here's my challenge to you. Can you show me Jainism that has killed anyone for a cartoon? Why don't I hear that? So, for example, Salman Rushdie, they issued a fatwa on him. Charlie Hebdo, fatwa on them. Even Mia Khalifa, the porn star, just because she wore a fucking scarf, she looked like she portrayed herself as an Arab ethnicity. She had a fucking, you know, fatwa, whatever, through these countries, and so many people hate. Why we don't have Christians doing that? Christian will issue a fatwa. Christian Sharia law. Hindu Sharia law. Jain Sharia. No, why we don't have that? You answer this fucking question. Can you answer it? Why is it there are 200 interpretations or 10,000 of Islam? Islamic inventions. According to who? Moon split in two. Guy jumped on a flying horsey and went somewhere. What are all these fairy tale fucking stories? So you cherry pick. Oh, these 1, 2, 3, 4. This is not good. I'll ignore this. Here it says peace. We focus on this. 6, 7, 8, 9. No, not good. 10. Peace. I'm not saying that all Muslims are bad. Don't get me wrong. There are people who are good. Many Muslim people have helped me. Fasting is good. Not drinking alcohol. Great. Okay. You know, helping the poor. Praying. Fine. But then when you start imposing your shit on other people. Oh, we need Sharia law here. Stone her to death. Oh, she had a child out of wedlock. That child should be killed. Or he's gay. Hang him. Why the fuck are you putting your fucking religious, you know, ultimatum on others? Why is it I've never heard anyone give a fatwa or threat? Oh, you made a cartoon character of Jesus, I'm going to kill you. I never heard that. Yes, there are problems. There are problems all over the world. Like in India, you have these Hindus. They see any peaceful looking Muslim guy praying and they beat him. It has been happening lately. I call a spade a spade. I'm not saying that Hindus are totally innocent, Christians are totally innocent. There are these psychos. But the fact you cannot deny is the religion of Islam. The religion of Islam has a lot of these extreme rules which were followed from outdated traditions, which they still fucking follow. And that is fucking wrong. And when you have an uneducated region or country or who are fucking extremists and who believe we are the right, you are the fucking wrong, and they're ready to die or kill or be killed, that's where the fucking problem takes place. This lady, the Prime Minister, what's her name? Let me give you her name. Jacinda Ardern. Jacinda Ardern. Okay. She is an agnostic. She was a Christian. She's an agnostic. She supports gay, LGBTQ rights. She had a kid out of wedlock. Remember this much. Had she been in any Muslim country, Arab Muslim country, or Pakistan, or any of these, she'd be fucking killed. Stoned to fucking death. So, and UAE putting that big image on the erection that they have right in the fucking center. Simple question. If she had a child out of wedlock, what is the rule of UAE and Muslims and Islam? What is the rule? Then that you would say, no, Lloyd, that is, no, that is not in Islam. All that fuck all you can do. So the point I'm trying to say here is, Agreed, nothing is perfect. Agreed that these individuals, human beings, should have been killed in for name of religion, anything. Agreed that psycho should be jailed and made to suffer for life. But please, stop this fucking media nonsense. The media companies are not in love with Islam. They're not in love with Muslims. They're fucking using you for eyeball views to get advertisers. And you like fucking idiots. Oh, they wore a scarf. Oh, they did the hakka, pakka, fakka together. Oh, they hold hands. Oh, the biker gang came. Oh, they're praying now. Stop the fucking shit, man. You know, you're being used. So that's what I fucking want you to understand. And grow the fuck up instead of just being a fucking sheep and never using your fucking head. Next one is, these are some of the old photographs that I was sent by a viewer. Just told me, Lois, since you're in Dubai for so many years. One was a nice little photograph trade center. Then you have this nice little TV. This is how my TV and VCR. I remember that Sony, you know, that cassette player at down below. You have the Ether Salad logo, which was Emeritel or something. Remember the pager, which used to be pretty popular. Phones used to look like this. Pretty funny. I think this is a antenna machine. You move it in the direction where you want to get the coverage. Night Rider was one of my favorites. You had Al Nasser Leisureland, which was the only place where you could go to enjoy a little bit of ice skating. Those days, you'd get these guys selling ice creams or sandwiches or nuts, you know, just. And yes, Dixie, I can read that Arabic, Dixie, which was a competitor to Cola. So these were some of the nice Dubai memories. If you have any, feel free to share it with me. Next one is a friend and viewer. He sent me empty shopping malls. He sent me a mixture of photographs from Dubai Mall, then Dera City Center. So they're just mixed. And this is at around 8 o'clock or something, and it's during a working day. You can see how empty these shopping malls are. I mean, it really baffles me if you see the empty shops, and then you realize, you know, how are they making business? How are they paying their rent? That is why so many empty shops are there. Such huge shopping malls, so much of electricity, and that is why most of the shops are empty. So this is what was sent to me. He also sent me a couple of videos. So let me know if you think that these are real or these are fake, whether, you know, actually the malls are empty or not. Next one is, I speak on the messages. Not many, but I just want to share with you a few of them. One was, it seems that that guy, Salt Bay or whatever, he's having a tough time. He's going into bankruptcy after being a sensation viral online because of the Turkey lira. I got this other message, which was a really interesting one from this gentleman, Signer Me. He says, Sheikh Khalifa is not dead. He has a huge alcoholism issue. He's always drunk 24/7. How do I know that? I used to work in the interior designer manufacturing company owned by the late Sheikh Zayed, personal doctor. We did many of Nayan's projects. That time Sheikh Zayed was alive, talking about 1996 and 1999. We colleagues used to say, how come Sheikh Khalifa, being the crown prince, can't be sober for a few hours due to alcoholism? Sheikh Khalifa public appearances are very rare throughout his era. His drunkard eyes and eye bags are very prominent through his photographs. You believe me? If not, fine, but it is a fact. Thought to share it with you guys. So I appreciate when someone takes the courage to share this with me. I got this other one. This one is, it seems that these are some of the fake offers which are going on Facebook. You can get counterfeit banknotes and they're selling it. Please don't fall for this. These are all fake. Report them. I got this girl whose name was Sachumol Escape. I think it's one of the videos that I spoke about females. And she says, we love the way we are. Things we do are not to look sexy. Hey, those tattoos on your face, it's not sexy, by the way. So I responded to her, agree with you, the tattoo comment, because it wasn't intended to look sexy. You know I don't look sexy. Then she says, Loy Machedo, then why do you think everything we do is intended to look sexy? My response to her is, so when a woman shows her boobs, her ass, her curves, or makes her lips red with lipstick on the pictures or in public, what is it meant to do exactly? And then she didn't respond or say anything. So this was another one. Let me know, what do you think? Oh yeah, and last if not the least, sorry, I just forgot to share this with you. This is an article that came in UAE Viral, okay? A very thought-provoking website that shares a lot of the issues that nobody talks about in UAE. So it's a very short article which I want you to read. I'll put the link in the description box below. What he says is, are UAE residents slaves? And here it speaks about the fact that when you have your visa under a company, the very fact that they take your passport away from you and you cannot leave without explicit permission, it makes you a slave. Now, I'll give you my views, but I would definitely love to hear your views in the comment section below. Do you think UAE residents are slaves? Now, I'll tell you, this is what I think. For companies like, multinational companies where you have your passport in your own hands, you're not a slave. If you're educated, you have a PhD, you're working for a multinational company. However, if you're working for a local company where they take your passport from you and they say this is kept for deposit, those companies, yes, you are a fucking slave. Because if you tell them, I want to leave, I'm sorry, the MD is not in town, we have to take his permission. Your own fucking passport, which legally nobody is allowed. It's, you go to your consulate and you tell them they are taken my passport. They would say, I'm sorry, that's illegal. It's your document. You should be holding it in your hands. So there are these local companies that do that, and it's very evident. But the worst case scenario, if you actually ask me, the worst case is construction laborers and the majority, the maids, a lot of Filipinas, Bangladeshis, Sri Lankans, Indians, Pakistanis, who are working for very low salaries, especially maids, especially cleaners, especially security guards, especially people who are working in people's houses. They are slaves. Trust me. Construction company workers, they cannot leave. They just cannot leave because they don't have any rights. Why do you think videos are there of them crying and saying, I want to go back home? And, even if they put a video like this, they get arrested because they're saying you're speaking against the country. I have personally known Filipinas who have been put into the houses of Arabs, made to work as servants, and then they're even raped, molested, tortured. Their passports are not given and they're not allowed to leave. And in some cases, I even know where they ended up being pregnant and these guys forced them to get an abortion. So this is reality. Remember, there's no smoke without fire. However, I would like to know your views. Do you really think this exists? Maybe not as extreme as Saudi, maybe not as extreme as Kuwait, where you have to literally and explicitly take permission to even leave the fucking country, okay? But there is an amount of slavery in the UAE, okay? There is an amount of human rights abuse, which you can even check in Wikipedia. So, is this real? Is this fake? I would like to know your thoughts and views. Put down your thoughts in the comment section below. And yes, like I told you, in case you're in the UAE, just make sure that you're doing it through some other account. Don't put your real details because remember, UAE is a very controlled place and I don't want you to get in trouble. Okay. So these are my views. Let me know what you think. Love to hear from you. This is me signing off for now. Take care.